So I want to sort of mix up here variables in terms of whether their interesting property is their central tendency, and would it be okay to use the central tendency to describe typical value, and also showing how interesting variables can be that have dispersion. Now here's a properly constructed frequency distribution of a 2012 General Social Survey question or variable, region of residence. Actually, I think this might be census division, but you can see there are 9 values here: New England, Middle Atlantic, East North Central, West North Central, and so on and so forth. There's one column here that labels the values. There's a column, the next column shows the raw frequency, sometimes called the count of cases within each value of the variable. And then at the bottom, there were a total of 1,975 respondents in this survey. And then the third column shows the percentage of cases at each value of the variable. So clearly, if you divide 101 by 1,975 and multiply by 100, you get 5.1%. Let's just review that. 3, sometimes 4 columns, because in ordinals and intervals you add a 4th column. Column 1 labels the variable's values. Column 2 shows the raw number of cases in each value. Column 3, the percentage of cases in each value. And then for ordinals and intervals, we add a 4th column, the cumulative percentages, showing the percentage of cases in or below each value. This comes in handy. In fact, it's essential for determining the median value of the variable. So here's a graphic that accompanies this frequency distribution. And you can see I made some marginal notes here. Obviously, the mode of this variable is South Atlantic, that has the highest percentage of cases. This variable has a fairly high degree of variation or dispersion. I mean, if you go back and think about that scenario of maximum dispersion, and then think about that scenario of no dispersion, minimum dispersion, one would have to say that this particular graphic comes, if you have to judge it, you would put it closer to that maximum dispersion. There are just a lot of cases that are not in the modal category, which is South Atlantic. This is the mode, since it's a common most value, but there are just a lot of cases in these other values of the variable. So I wouldn't say that the typical respondent lives in the South Atlantic region. I would say the most interesting property of this variable is how spread out the values are. What did we just see? The variable's values appear on the horizontal axis. The percentage of cases in each value are recorded on the vertical axis. It's just a way of expressing the frequency distribution. You can use bar charts for variables at all levels of measurement.